What's up? It's your girl, comedian Carmen Barton, coming to you live. I be saying that, but I really don't be live. But today I'm really live from Ghetto Girl Studio. It's our first live episode. Thank you guys for joining us. Um, and the name of this episode is Fully Recovered. Because if y'all been following and watching what's going on with me, I did have surgery Monday, and today I am fully recovered. So we gonna toast up, we gonna drink up. Now I normally don't have ice in my water. This is a special toast to myself, but it is a little warm in Ghetto Girl Studio today, so I'm a little parched. So I'm gonna have a little ice in my water. But I'm happy to be here with you guys today, and I got such a huge reaction from episode 3 and the little promo that I did when I talked about menopause. I decided to just tell y'all all my little business about what's been going on with me in this menopause. So thank y'all for being here with us today in Ghetto Girl Studios, Inglewood, California. And so my menopause journey has been it's far from over, but it's been a journey, okay? And Monday, I did have surgery, and it was just so crazy because I had to get off the plane from on the road. I was traveling this weekend. I was in Richmond, Virginia, and so I literally landed and had to come home real quick, grab my hospital bag, and go straight to the hospital for surgery. Um, Mommy Barton met me at the hospital. She flew in from St. Louis because I was like, I don't feel like dealing with nobody. I'm just gonna catch an Uber and do an Uber Black home. It'll be perfect. And they was all like, "Oh no, ma'am, you have to someone. We can't put you in no Uber. We don't know them." So I had a couple of options, and I was like, "Let me just, have my mom come out here. That way, she knows that I'm safe and she don't have to worry." And then we could touch and agree in prayer before the surgery. And so that's what we did. And so it was a fun time having Mommy Barton come out. So I want to thank her and let her know how much I appreciate her. And listen, I do have a clip from my pre-surgery video that I posted right before I went in. So I was in good spirits. Y'all go ahead and check this video out. It's going to play momentarily. And shout out to BYG. Okay, y'all, prayers up. They about to wheel me in soon. And you know how you're not supposed to eat before surgery. You're supposed to fast. But for some reason, somebody has went and got some food, brought the food up here, knowing I'm supposed to be fasting. That's not how you're supposed to do your daughter. I'm starving. Okay, y'all. I see y'all on the other side. I mean, not on the other side, but Jesus. I see y'all after they take me out. I mean, not take me out. Lord have mercy. Stop it. Okay. I'm gonna stop. So I was in very good spirits before the surgery, and afterwards everything went well. I'm grateful. Y'all getting the all natural because I'm still in recovery mode, and so I'm getting my hair done when I get to New York, and so I'm looking a little scruffy. But I pulled the look together, and we're gonna look at that at the end of this live. But I just wanted to give y'all a quick recap on my personal menopause journey. So about 9 months ago, I started having hot flashes, and my period stopped. So I went months without a period, and was having these really bad hot flashes. And I'm a cold nature person, and so it was a lot for me to go through these hot flashes and kind of try to get used to them. And I had to give up a lot of my favorite things that triggered the hot flashes, like hot tea and chocolate, and it was just a mess. And so then all of a sudden, after feeling like my period was gone forever because I hadn't menstruated in several months, all of a sudden my period came out the blue, um, and like unexpected, and it stayed for like months. Then it stopped for like months. And then, this period would come at the most inopportune times. Um, Listen, I was at the BET Awards, and I'm gonna get ready to show you guys a video about how to the BET Awards. I'm beautifully dressed. My makeup is done. I'm enjoying the show. They talking about we about to bring out Kurt Franklin. and I was feeling a little bit uneasy. I had to use the bathroom, and it's just a lot when you in the Peacock Theater. They don't want you to leave your seat because it's a live production, and so finally got a quick moment to go and leave my seat, and my little friend had decided to come um, right in the middle of my beautiful, beautiful outfit. And if you all go look on my Instagram, you can see the video of how beautifully I was dressed. I had a beautifully embroidered new color outfit with black and a big cape around the bottom of it, like a little train. It was so cute, but it got ruined that day. And so um right after the BET Awards, I had to go and film. And so I ended up getting on birth control pills to stop my period because it was just so unpredictable and it would last so long and it's just very inconvenient. And so after I had did a 30-pound weight loss, I got on birth control and gained 10 of the pounds back immediately, which I'm still fighting for my life out here in these streets with this weight that I didn't gain back. And so my OBGYN decided to do a DNC. And that's the procedure that I got. Dilation and curettage. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but we just call it DNC. But I posted a really funny video. You know how little training videos, I'd be like, oh, when you talk about whatever you acting like you don't like, but you really like it. And so I was like, I can't get pregnant after DNC. And so the video was on its way to viralness, like over 40,000 views, and all these comments are talking about how, oh, that's not true, you can't get pregnant. And I think that I probably should have been more specific to my situation. And so I did have fibroids. It wasn't massive fibroids, but those were taken care of as well. But my situation, I probably will not be able to get pregnant. So we celebrating, and so we was just all in good spirits and joking. And so I am fully recovered. Here is the photo of me at the BET Awards. Wasn't that cute, y'all? Just wasn't that amazing? Ponytail snatched, okay? And that's when I was like at the 169, the weight that I've been wanting to be all my life, like right at 170. And but that outfit is currently in the trash. I did keep the tulle skirt because we can do a lot with that. I'm gonna show y'all what you can do with that. But yeah, this outfit was completely ruined, and I'm glad that I went to the bathroom when I did because I was able to be conspicuous and nobody knew. And I know this is a disgusting thing to be talking about, especially live, but I'm just giving y'all an insight on what my life has been with this menopause. I can't remember things. I forget things. I was on the plane, and I'm not a panty wearer. I think I admitted that in one of my other confessions in one of the episodes, that I don't wear panties. And so constantly menstruating like this, I would have to wear panties, and it was so irritating to have to wear panties. And I would wear these panties, and I would forget that I had these panties on. And another thing that's coming along with menopause is this weak bladder. Anyway, quick story about how this menopause is just so traumatizing to my life. I'm on the plane, and I wake up from my nap on the plane because I sleep on the plane. um, I often fly first class. I'm in the first class bathroom. I have my bonnet on. I freshen up. I take my bonnet off. I can barely make it to the bathroom, forgetting I have on. Wait a minute. Um, Forgetting that I have on. Hey, thanks for joining us. Come on in, Jenny. We're just talking about this menopause thing. And so I came in and I took off my bonnet, put my bonnet in my bag, weak bladder, little leakage in my underwear, no problem. I just take them off because I'm getting ready to go home. Took my underwear off, threw them away in the bathroom in the lavatory on the airport, put my bonnet in my bag, get home, get myself situated, get ready to go to sleep, go to grab my bonnet. I done threw away my bonnet by mistake, and I'm thinking I'm grabbing my bonnet, I'm grabbing them pissy ass drawers. That's the type of stuff that I'm going through. Just be confusing. I'm thinking I'm taking off the bonnet, putting the bonnet in the bag, putting the drawers in the trash. I got it backwards. It's just confusing. And so it's just a lot for me to go through. And so I did have the DNC, which would probably further confuse my hormones, but I can't do it. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you love the podcast. We have a lot of great episodes coming up for you. So thank you for joining us. And we're getting down these names. Charlena, you gonna get a gift, honey. We getting down the names. We got gifts that we're gonna be giving out just for coming in today and joining us on our live. One thing that I do want to acknowledge is my background. This is a different background that you all are used to seeing, and this is gonna be my official live background. So when I do live episodes, I will have this background. So what this is a t-shirt blanket. Um, this is a t-shirt blanket made up of like 90 panels of my husband's t-shirts. He was a t-shirt connoisseur, and these are all his favorite t-shirts along with some photo panels. You'll see this one is his driver's license. Right here, I got that photo put on because if you knew my husband, he went through a lot with this little driver's license. And then on some of the photos, I have like in the corner you have the t-shirt, and then next to it that's him wearing the t-shirt. This is one of our vacation photos. I think we were in Cabo, Mexico. This is a photo of he and I on set when we filmed the movie This Is Life. um and yeah, I love this t-shirt blanket. And so he often wore this t-shirt. And so this blanket is just filled with so many memories. Um, this is a Dolce and Gabbana t-shirt that was given to him by our friend. Hey Judith. Oh my God, Judith Chanel. Oh my goodness. We go back to Slew Care OBGYN. It's so great to see you and say hi. Those was the good old days back in Slew Care OBGYN where it all began. That's where I began to be a comedian in the break room at at Slew Care OBGYN, the doctor's office that I used to work with. So Judith is one of the nurses at the doctor's office. So great to see you, and I hope you're doing well, Judy. What's up, Tasha Barnes? Menopause is very stressful and hot flashes are taking you out. We are really going through it. I recently, my best friend Tina, who also went to school with us, Tasha, today she actually got a lot of insight on some really good products for us to use. And so I'm getting ready to try them and I'll be letting you know if they work. You know, what was bothering me the most about my hot flashes is that they were coming. I'll be having a cycle and hot flashes. Like, it's just like body just so confusing. It was just so ridiculous. And so I'm pressing my way through it. But I think that we should be able to get like a disability check when we going through menopause because you be disabled. Like you can't get stuff right. That's like a disability. And so it's just a lot. And so I'm hoping that the DNC procedure that I had will stop my periods forever. And so at least I won't have to worry about that unpredictable bleeding. It's very inconvenient. And, you begin to suffer from anemia because you're just constantly bleeding. Well, everybody's different. I know my aunt told me that when she went through it, she spotted for a year straight. I was like, oh, I'm not about to do that. And so I'm hoping that this being, I don't know what there was. Um, but maybe that was the gong thing. I need to change subjects. I don't know, but it's just a lot to go through, and so I just wanted to kind of share my personal experience with this, so that you all would know that y'all not alone. We're gonna get through this together, and we need to, talk about things that help us. My friend went and got a facial today, and she was telling her about I had just gotten my DNC. I'm a very transparent person, so I don't mind getting um telling people about what my personal business. Everybody's not people are a lot more private than me, but we got to get out here and we got to share what helps us and share what hurts us, and so that we can help each other, get through it. And so I'm not going to be on here long today. I just wanted to come in and give you guys a quick live episode for, and thank you all for coming on and tapping in with me and supporting the show. We've had some amazing women that I have met throughout my grief journey, and I just call these my sisters. These are my widow sisters, and I'm delighted that that they're feeling the podcast and that they're going in and that they're commenting. I just wanted to acknowledge a couple of them before I log off of here. And so if you know someone that is, going through grief, because it's like a double whammy when you got to go through, being a widow and menopause, because widow brain is real. Widow brain is what's commonly known as forgetting things, getting confused and frustrated, because all the you have all these chemical imbalances in your brain from widowism itself, and that combined with menopause, which is also common. So a daily slap helps me. You can randomly smack someone. You trying to get me put in jail? Oh, that's my baby, Mr. Bass. You trying to get me put in jail, baby? When I tell you, she said a random slap helps me. This just to go and slap somebody. We just recently are coming up off of the lottery winner. Thank you so much for the prayers, and I'm gonna tell y'all. I said, God ain't gonna let me win no. I was like, I might as well not even buy no ticket, because Lord only knows if I was to get my hand, I'm a thousandaire and I'm crazy now. So if I was to get my hands on $1 billion, I wouldn't quite literally just be slapping the shit out of people. It would be crazy. So I was so happy that the winner, one of the big winners, was in my hometown. I saw that it was Missouri, a winner in Missouri, and I'm like, oh wow, Missouri. But Missouri is a really big state. You never know what part. Then the details came out that it was in North St. Louis County, North County, and at a quick trip of 367. That's my hood. I called my friend, like, check your ticket. She was like, girl, I didn't win. But someone that we very well may know have won it. So I feel like I won because somebody, in my hometown won. And so great for whoever won. But it wasn't me, but God was like, slap, here's $100. Have a good day. Well, thank you. I'll take it. I'll take that slap. I'll take that slap. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Hearts, hearts, hearts. Back to you, Mike. So yeah. So was I the only one who went and bought tickets? Like, what would you do if you won? Would y'all be like slapping people? Would y'all be like talking crazy? Would y'all like quit your job? You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy because the type of job that I have, if I won the lottery, I probably wouldn't even quit, because my job is more than financially rewarding. The job that I have, being a stand-up comedian, it's really kind of a ministry where I go and I encourage people and I testify through a laughter. And so definitely log on, and well, y'all already probably logged on, but if you're not logged on, I want you to go to my YouTube and subscribe, like, share, comment. If you haven't seen any of the episodes, go and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, and give me a couple of comments on the episodes. You ain't even got to watch the whole thing. Like, I saw Mike Brown was on here, and Mike, he ain't no widow. What's up, 314? Thanks for representing. Hey, but you might not be a widow, or might not be going through. You might just want to go see my outfit. So just watch it for a few minutes so I can get credit for those views, and then log right off. But definitely subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up, and share. That's the biggest thing, because we all know someone who's going through something. This world is just filled with turmoil. And one of the things that I want to suggest to the widows that are watching is protect your peace. When you see something that's about to disturb you, what's about to trigger you, do what you can to protect it. There was a shooting today. This white political man, got shot. I'm not downplaying it, like like that, but I intentionally have not focused and watched that, because it's triggering. It's very triggering. Because you can get caught up in those things, and it can push you into a slump. And so you got to be careful. Some people who are grieving may be able to look at that stuff and not feel anything. I know I can't. I was looking at something that was involving this girl who brought her baby to school, and it was a conflict with the baby's father and the girlfriend, and they ended up killing her. And I was just all invested in it and looking at it and zooming in on the letter that she brought her son. And I was like, I got to get off of this. You know what I'm saying? And so protect your peace as much as you can. But this is the crazy world we live in. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube. And if you're not on my Instagram, I am on at Carmen Comedy on Instagram. So don't forget to spread the love and share the love for my new podcast. So I don't know what I was talking about. This is my first live. And so this is going to be distracting to me because I got widow brain and I also got menopause brain. So it takes me a while to keep on track. Shout out to DYD Productions for keeping me on track. And I just wanted to go and thank some of the people. And this is what's encouraging. I want to tell y'all this is difficult for me because I come from an era of we didn't have the internet. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so glad I'm doing it too. But I'm gonna tell you honestly, I be wanting this podcast is work. Listen, this is work. I have to do a lot of doing it and putting the outfits together and then getting the editing done and then getting the promos done. It's a lot of work and it can be stressful for me. But I'm continuing to go. Part of the reason why I'm doing this live behind this wall is because one of my main inspirations is my husband. My husband was a podcaster and he would be in this very room. Um, Going live, and I don't care if he had two people on here and one of them was his mama, one of them was his daddy. He would be on here going live and he was so dedicated and persistent, and that's why he had the success that he had. And little did he know, we would be looking back on those lives today, holding those memories tight. And he gave us that was one of the gifts that he gave me, I feel, was all of that footage, all of those videos. When I'm missing him and when I'm sad, I can go onto his YouTube and look at these lives. And so definitely shout out to my husband, Nick Harthan. And so I'm in front of his t-shirt wall, just drawing some of the motivation from him and just feeling some of his energy. And looking at this t-shirt wall is is just looking at his life. He used to wear this t-shirt right here like all the time. This is like a LeBron James Nike shirt. And when he was training me, when we early on, he would wear this like every day. And I'm like, do you have another shirt? Like you you wearing this out. And so there are a couple of shirts on this wall that I didn't like, but they were him. And so I did include it on there. But some of them are even creepy. This one right here, this is a t-shirt that he wore to a baby shower shortly before he died. And it said, Black heroes never die. Like, come on, Nick. So yeah, so what the big motivation for me is actually it's you all, the people who are watching and the people who are encouraged, and so I just want to send a big huge thanks to you guys. But after episode 1, which is almost at 500 views, which is huge to me. In the grand scheme of things, when you're looking at, podcasts, these podcasts get millions of views. I'm just a very little person, but these numbers are huge to me because these are people that I'm able to connect with that I wouldn't be able to connect with if it wasn't for this platform. So I'm grateful for it. And, there's so many comments that really touch my heart. So when I be like, oh, this is a lot, this is more than what I thought it would be, it's more costly than I thought it would be, it's more work than I thought it would be. These are the things that keep me going. I get a lot of comments from obviously widows who can connect with me, but this is a comment that I recently got from someone that wasn't a widow, and I really appreciate this one. Y'all bear with me because y'all know I'm almost 50. So This is from a guy named Paul. Paul said, I saw this lady live this past Sunday in Dania Beach, Florida. Nonstop laughter the whole time she was on stage. My wife and I had a great time with her and Arnez J. She is incredibly talented and able to pull comedy out of any situation she's involved in. Best of luck to her. By the way, she is beautiful. Saw her from the first row. Okay, Paul. And she's one gorgeous woman. So whomever ends up with her is going to get the complete package. Yes, Paul, you better let them know. Thank you so much for the comment, Paul. And this is someone who didn't even know who I was, and he came to a show. Obviously, he enjoyed the show so much that he went on to follow my podcast and make a comment that really made me feel good. So I appreciate comments and stuff like that. And then it's just all my widow sisters that are continuing to encourage me. All my comedy sisters. Shout out to One Act Drama. She was a friend of my husband, and she was a faithful watcher and listener to his podcast, The Curious Red Flags of Myth Carthan. And so she commented, and I'm continuously getting condolences that I never get tired of these. I never feel like stop telling me sorry for your loss, because it's a struggle every day. I think about my husband every day. I think about my loss every day. I have sad moments every single day. I have learned how to navigate through those sad moments. Um, most of the time, if I'm having a difficulty with a moment, I'm able to go to the Dollar Tree, and it helps me. I don't know why, but I hope that you all find something to distract you. But Super Taj said, for 10 years, I've been a widow, but I've been a widow for real since I was 37, for 23 years. And so she's, just talking about her experience and how she was able to resonate with my podcast. A lot of people remembering him in these comments. And y'all know we in Ghetto Girl Studio, so when y'all hear dogs barking and ambulances, just know that I live in Inglewood, California, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and this is live and this is real, so just roll with it. Um, but Rocky's girl one is saying that she admires my transparency and realness, and to keep being an inspiration to others. And as a comedian, I always felt like there's so many female comments that always talk about the same thing. And so I think that one of the things that I pride myself in is my originality. I have an original act. And that's because I talk about my life and myself and my personal struggles. And so 90% of my material is my life. It's dramatizations of real life events. I may have to throw in a couple of curse words or some things to make it funny and to put it all together, or put some drama into the story. But they're all real, from real places. And I always said the most embarrassing things are the things that I like to talk about, because that's material that no one is going to want to steal. So, which they're going to steal anyway. I'm waiting on them to just go around here talking about, somebody said they thought I was on King's Highway. I know that's right. Home sweet home. Um, but yeah, so the things that I talk about are real life events that have happened in my life. And so that's what the transparency comes from, because I know that I want to be relatable. And that's the most relatable thing. Being fake and, knock jokes, that's not going to be relatable. So I just do me. One of the comments came from Sherry Lovett. Sherry said, my BFF sent me a link to this podcast today. I can relate. My husband died at 42 years old from a sudden heart attack. I appreciate you and have subscribed. I'm going to continue to heal with you. Um, can't wait for the cooking show. DYD fam, I'm still here. So we're definitely going to reach out to Sherry Lovin, and I definitely have a gift for you and your BFF. Okay, Sherry, because I appreciate you for taking the time to comment. What's up, Rocky? Rocky said he enjoyed watching my reels, humorous moments, and he loved from some Illinois. What's up? I'll be in Chicago. I know that's not like Southern Illinois, but I'll be in Chicago, Rocky. I hope you can come and see me when I come to Chicago in a couple of weeks. And thank you for tuning in to my reels. I'm gonna tell you, one of the things that pushed me to do this podcast was talking about my dating and doing those reels about my dating experiences. which were true dates and stuff like that. And like I said, sometimes the dramatizations and the stories to to keep the conversation going. But yeah, just sharing my life dating is a task because it's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing, but I think that what makes it easier for me is that I feel like I've already had the love of my life. And if I never find anybody else, then I have my dream wedding. My father walked me down the aisle. I know what love is. And because I've been loved and I know how to be loved and I love myself, I'm not going to just settle for anything, anybody. So, like I said, I have somebody. So, I'm fully understanding that I'm probably, I may never find anybody, and that's okay. You know how you see people, who want to be in relationships so bad they're willing to just take anything, settle for anything. And I'm just glad that I'm not there. But a free meal is a free meal, honey. So I'm going to date, I'm going to wear these cute little outfits, and I'm going to get myself out there. And so I appreciate that you can laugh with me with those reels and have fun. And I try to incorporate the fashion in it. And we're going to get going with this fashion of today. So I don't know if we can get this video to play, but this is my outfit of the day. I did have to go downtown, and so, listen, I just be grabbing this tripod and just taking pictures and capturing moments because I don't have no photographer or anyone. So all I really have is me. So this is a one man production. I do have DYD Productions working in the background, but I grabbed my tripod today and I just took it downtown and was able to capture some of these moments of me. Downtown, just giving it to him, just throwing a fit with my little outfit. So I'm having a bad hair day, so I did throw a hat on today because this side, you see how my neck is. I haven't really been showing y'all this side because it's toe up, but I had the hat on, and so that's the reason why I kind of incorporated into my outfit some comfy little jeans, and then I have these bracelets that I got from Yolanda. Uh, Okay, she says she gonna have to. Rocky gonna have to come with Mama Dagny. My loudest cheerleaders and best coach, Rocky, is gonna be in 2 weeks, and she already told me that she couldn't make it. But listen, we got some other days coming up, and you and Mommy Dagny can jump in and go together to see my show when I come to the Midwest. I'll be having a big show in St. Louis. Um, for my birthday in April. And so hopefully you guys can come to that. But back to downtown fashion shoot. I was just, taking some flicks and just doing some poses. I love these baggy style jeans and I love the fact that they're super comfy and cozy, and I was able to wear the chains in the front of them. And like I said, the bracelets came from Iconic Londa, and it's one of my favorite fashion influencers on social media. And she is at a point where she's starting to sell some of the products that she wears, and I'm just loving it. I can't stand when people want to gatekeep and get little stuff and I'll tell you where they got it and you can't get it. Not only is she telling you where you can get it, she's also selling it, making it available, and making some money on the side. And so I always love to support my Black businesses and people. So here's another flick of just the style. And this is a sweater that I've had for the longest. Kurt Geiger shoes. And then I'm gonna have I'm redoing my Amazon store, y'all. And so everything that I get from Amazon will have a link to it. I will have that up. I promise I will have that up by mid-October. And it will be all my mini products because I did do an Amazon store before, but you have to like make a certain amount of sales and you have to like really work on it. And I was like, I don't got time for that. They give me 30 cents off something I done sold. And they talking about your account ain't working for you to receive this 30 cents. Like it's 30 cent, child. But I'm going to get back on it because I realized that I have to share the love. So I have so many moving parts in my career and my job. And so it's difficult for me to be able to get everything together, but I'm working on everything. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on this live. Thank everybody for tuning in to my quick little episode for Fully Recovered. Um, recovery is a process when you're going through grief, and it's a process when you're going through anything that hurts you. And so unfortunately the recovery for this surgery is is something that I could get through much easier than the recovery for grief. But I'm definitely on the road to being better. I'm on the road to being better. It's a moment by moment. I always have my days, and it's no pill that you can take away the pain from grief like it is. If I needed to take a pill for this, have been in pain from my surgery, I could just take a pill, and the pain would stop. You can't do that with your pain from grief. This is a everyday struggle. But I want to encourage each and every one of you all who are grieving and who are struggling in that department to find a way to keep pushing through moment by moment. Get through those tough moments by encouraging others, by honoring your husband, or your loved one, whoever you've lost. Allow things that keep you down to lift you up. I know a lot of widows have children, and they're constant reminders of their lost loved one, and it's a constant reminder of life without your partner. And so that may be difficult, but your children are looking up to you to push through, and your loved one is looking up to you to push through. So if you can find motivation in that, you can. I didn't have any children with my husband, and I didn't have you know the luxury of having a little mini Nick to look at. But I find other ways to push through, and I just want you to just see if you can find a way. Use your resources. you know um my three C's, my four C's and the F are things that get me through. Cooking, crafting. I did a lot of crafting today. Because when I woke up, I was feeling kind of like, oh, sad. And so I got in there and I got some crafting done. I got some, it's in my story, my Instagram. I finished some shoes, the shoes that I've showed in episode 3. I actually did a little bit more to those. And, then I got out. I got out of the house. I put some clothes on, threw on a hat, threw on an outfit. I got out of the house, took care of my business. And so get out of the house. We talked about the funny reels from dating. If you're not at the point where you're dating or want to be involved with anybody, date yourself, girl. Because listen, I'll be the best. You're not going to be late. You're gonna be there when they get there because you your own date. You ain't got to worry about who gonna pay the bill. You got to worry paying for nobody because you're gonna pay for your own bill because you by yourself. You're gonna order whatever you want. You're gonna have a good time. And so date yourself. That's probably the best thing about my grief journey is rediscovering who I was and focusing on me. I no longer have a husband to take care of. I no longer have a stepdaughter to take care of. My children are grown. I don't have anybody to take care of but me. And so that was like the best part of having to rediscover me. So please subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna be much cuter on my next live, I promise. But I will not let a whole not being glammed out prevent me from getting on here and continuing to be consistent and talking to you and tapping in. So this was definitely a tap in episode 4, fully recovered. But did you die though? Confessions of a Widow. I look forward to seeing you guys next week for episode 5. You are going to love it. It's an amazing episode, and I can't wait to see you guys. Thanks again. Have an amazing day. Episodes are the first and third Wednesdays. So, what's this Wednesday? I don't know. Is it going to be next week? I don't know. I'm confused. DYD Productions is going to handle all of that, but we got another episode coming hot. So thanks again for supporting and watching, and y'all have an amazing day. And toast to me being fully recovered from my DNC surgery. Yes, next week, y'all. Next week at 7:30 in the morning, the episode 5 drops. So thanks again for tuning in. Okay, have a great day. Ugh.